Hello all saints, the Lord be with you. Last week we had some reference to eagles in the midweek message that Andrews brought us, and this last few days Joy and I have been off bushwalking in some of the hills west of Carnarvon, somewhere near the ends of the earth you could say, but as we drove along the road we saw some eagles, one or two of them on the side of the road eating the carcass of a dead kangaroo. As the car drew nearer, the eagles gradually flew up and away, slow, strong, powerful beats of their wings until they found a safe tree. Eagles, of course, are very strong. Australian eagles, sometimes 2 meters in wingspan. These ones, of course, taking off is slow, seems cumbersome, but you can see full of strength as they go. But once they get up in the air and once they get in the thermals and they just soar, they just go round and round with no effort at all, just sitting on the hot air that's blowing up from below. And the story in Isaiah reminds me of what we saw. This is Isaiah chapter 40, because it talks about people being tired and weary, discouraged, and we share lots of those things. On Sunday, in the coffee and chat, people were sharing some of the grief and the sadness. This is an ongoing thing as we see friends and family and work friends who've become sick, some have died. The situation in Indonesia particularly is very stressful. And it's easy to get tired and discouraged and be weary and emotionally drained from all of the troubles that are around us. And one of the questions that Isaiah 40 poses is a question that comes, almost an accusation, that comes from the people themselves. Has the Lord forgotten us? Has he stopped looking after us? Has he stopped hearing our prayers? Is he too tired? Has he gone away? Is he not paying any attention to us? Has he forgotten us? He's lost interest in us? What's the story? Well, that's in verse 27 of Isaiah 40. Back in the beginning of Isaiah 40, in verse 1, there's this wonderful new sound in this long book of Isaiah. Comfort, comfort my people, says your God. And this is the beginning of a whole section of Isaiah where the Lord is comforting and having compassion on his people. And so the question that's asked later on in this chapter has to be in the context of that. God is comforting his people. And the Lord's reply to the question, have you forgotten us? Are you not intervening for us? Are you not doing something about our terrible situation? Is, haven't you heard? Don't you understand? Don't you know? Have you forgotten? Here it is, verse 28. The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He doesn't grow weary. He doesn't grow tired. You can't understand everything that he knows. But he does give strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Weak, weary, tired, drained, discouraged. They're the people that the Lord comforts and strengthens and helps, so that they can be so strong that it's as though they don't need to put any effort into it at all. That's what soaring on wings like eagles is about. Once they're up in the sky, they don't need to flap their wings anymore. They're just carried along. And Isaiah thinks that that's a picture of how the Lord sustains his people. But the key phrase is, those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. Those who wait on the Lord, those who trust in the Lord, those who call out to the Lord. And it might be a long time, we might have to keep doing it for a long time, but persistently keeping on calling out to the Lord. Lord, hear us. Lord, help us. Help our friends. And we need to keep doing it for a long time. That's obvious. This particular virus and the pandemic's been going on for a long time now, and it doesn't look as though it's going to stop in the short term. But the Lord is there. He's always there. And indeed, there are no other choices really, are there? Except trusting in the Lord who loves us and comforts us and is with us and has given us his Spirit, poured out his love upon us by the Spirit because of the death of Jesus. He never forgets us. He never neglects us. He always knows us. He knows our situation, and he continues to give us strength so that we can keep going. But we are people who need to wait, call out to him, hope in him, trust in him, keep speaking to him, and know that he is the compassionate God who has never forgotten us. We can trust him. We can keep calling out to him. We can keep asking him for the strength to keep going and to be the people who can strengthen others with the strength that he gives us.